Look at your cat right now. If she's stretched out on her side in a patch of sun, belly soft, paws loose, not a single muscle braced, most people would call that a lazy cat. It isn't. What you're looking at is a cat that feels completely, perfectly safe, and that is far rarer than you'd think. A cat in the wild almost never lets its guard down like that because a relaxed animal is a vulnerable one. Yours does it on your living room floor in the middle of the day without a second thought. That isn't laziness, and it isn't luck. It's a life you built for her. There are 15 quiet signs that a cat is living the best life a cat can have, and if yours does even half of them, you've given her something most cats on Earth never get. We'll build to the biggest one at the end. Number 1, she sleeps in the open. A cat sleeps 12 to 16 hours a day, and where she chooses to spend them is one of the most honest readouts of how safe she feels. A frightened cat sleeps hidden, under the bed, behind the couch, somewhere with one watched exit. A cat that sprawls out in the middle of the floor or on the open arm of the sofa has decided there's nothing here she needs to guard against. Rescue owners describe the moment it changes. A cat that spent its first months only sleeping wedged inside a closet, and then, one ordinary afternoon, stretching out and falling asleep in the open middle of the room for the first time. Nothing had changed but trust. That openness is a verdict on her whole world, and the verdict is safe. You're the reason she can sleep like that. Number 2, her coat is glossy, and she keeps it that way. A cat that grooms herself thoroughly until the fur lies smooth and shining is a cat that feels well. Grooming is one of the first things to fall apart when a cat is sick, stressed, or low. A dull, greasy, matted coat is often the earliest sign something's wrong inside. So that endless ritual of washing each paw and smoothing every patch isn't vanity. It's a body with enough ease and enough security to spend time on upkeep instead of on fear. Her shine is a quiet status report written every day, and yours is reading, all is well. Number 3, she needs you. When your cat presses her paws into your lap, slow and rhythmic, she's doing something she learned before she could open her eyes. Kittens need their mother to bring the milk. Grown cats keep it for the people and places that recreate that earliest feeling of safety. Some drift so far into it that they start to drool, eyes half closed, gone somewhere kittenhood soft. That glassy, dribbling little trance is contentment turned all the way up. She doesn't need to do any of it anymore. She does it to you anyway. That's a cat telling you in the oldest language she owns that being near you feels the way being a warm, fed, safe kitten once felt. Let her, even when the claws catch a little. You're being paid the highest compliment she has. Number 4, she comes to greet you. A cat under no obligation to anyone will still cross a whole house when she hears your key in the door, tail straight up, the very tip may be trembling. That upright tail is a greeting cats reserve for friends, carried over from the greetings kittens give their mother. She isn't waiting at the door because she needs feeding. She's there because your arrival is one of the good parts of her day. Most people never notice that the little walk to meet them is a choice, and that she makes it every single time is not nothing. Number 5, she still plays. Watch a grown cat chase a toy, pounce, wriggle, kick, ambush a feather like her life depends on it, and you're watching well-being in motion. Play is rehearsed hunting, and a cat will only spend energy on it when she feels secure enough to do something that isn't pure survival. Shelter behaviorists use exactly this as a gauge. A cat that won't engage a wand toy is often a cat that hasn't decompressed yet, and the day a frightened cat finally chases something is the day staff know she's starting to feel safe. So if your adult cat still turns a bottle cap into prey, that's not just adorable. It's proof she has the safety and the surplus to be playful. Keep giving her the chance. It's a sign worth protecting. Number 6, she eats calmly in the open. A cat that wanders to her bowl, eats at an unhurried pace, and strolls away without gulping, guarding, or glancing over her shoulder is a cat that has never once had to fight for a meal. In the wild and in shelters, eating is a tense, rushed, vulnerable act. You eat fast before something takes it. Owners of former street cats often describe the opposite at first, a cat that inhaled every meal and stood guard over the bowl for months. The day she finally left a few pieces of kibble behind and wandered off unbothered was the day she stopped believing the food might run out. Yours treats food as a given because for her entire life with you, it has been. One reliable meal at a time, 3 times a day, without ever knowing it's remarkable. Number 7, she slow blinks at you. From across the room, your cat catches your eye and slowly closes hers, then opens them again. That soft, deliberate blink is about as close as a cat comes to a smile, a signal that she's relaxed, content, and trusts you enough to lower her guard while looking right at you. A 2020 study at the University of Sussex found cats are more likely to slow blink back at a person who slow blinks at them first, and more likely to approach that person's hand afterward. So try it tonight, slow and gentle, and watch what she does. It's a small conversation in a language most owners never realize they already speak. Number 8, she owns the whole house. A secure, contented cat moves through her territory like she has nothing to fear, crossing open floor, claiming the high shelf, the sunny sill, the middle of your bed. A cat that feels unsafe shrinks her world down to a couple of hiding spots and a single safe path between them. One adopter described a cat whose entire world for the first month was the narrow gap under the bed, then the bedroom, then the hallway, and weeks later, the sunny spot by the front window, the most exposed place in the house. The map of her courage grew, one room at a time. Yours has done the same, expanded her world to fill every room because every room has proven safe. That easy ownership of space is the body language of a cat who simply knows, without thinking, that this is home. Number 9, she talks to you. Adult cats barely meow at one another. The meow, the chirp, the trill are sounds your cat developed almost entirely for humans. If she's built a whole vocabulary she uses only on you, one sound at the door, another at the food cupboard, a soft chirp when you walk into the room, that's a cat who has learned over years that you listen and who now expects a conversation. Silence was never the goal. A cat who talks to you is a cat who feels heard. So answer her when she does. The back and forth itself is part of the bond. Number 10, she shows you her belly. The belly is the one place a cat has no defense. The organs sit close under thin skin, and every instinct she owns says guard it. So when your cat rolls over and lets that belly face the ceiling right in front of you, she's making a statement most people misread as an invitation to rub it. Usually, it isn't. It's a display of total trust. She's telling you she feels no threat at all in this spot, beside you, exposed. The trust is the gesture itself, not the rub. Admire it, talk to her, and maybe keep your hands to yourself. Number 11, she lives by a routine she trusts. A cat that learns roughly when you wake, when you feed her, when you settle in for the evening, and quietly arranges her own day around yours is a cat living in a world that feels predictable and safe. Cats are deeply soothed by routine. A known rhythm tells them the future is settled and nothing bad is coming. Many will read the clock of your habits so precisely that they appear at the bowl minutes before feeding time, or at the door just before you usually come home, having timed your day better than you have. The fact that yours can build her whole day around the shape of yours means you've given her the steadiest thing an anxious little animal can have. A life where tomorrow looks like today. Number 12, she has a spot that's just hers. The favorite chair, the corner of the bed, the box on the windowsill she returns to every single afternoon. A cat that claims one safe place and comes back to it again and again is a cat secure enough to keep a home base inside her home, somewhere off duty, where she watches her territory without having to defend it. That she has such a spot and uses it openly in plain sight instead of hiding it away is one more quiet sign that the whole house feels safe enough to truly relax in. Number 13, she purrs against you. The purr begins in kittenhood between a mother and her litter, and in adulthood it's mostly the sound of contentment. It sits in a low frequency band, roughly 25 to 150 hertz, the same range some research has linked to tissue and bone healing, which may be part of why a purring cat feels so quietly restorative to sit beside. Here's the honest footnote, though. Cats also purr to comfort themselves when they're hurt or anxious, so the purr alone isn't proof of bliss. But a purr that comes with loose muscles, a soft, half-closed face, and a cat who chose to climb onto you in the first place, that one is the real article. That's a cat saying, as plainly as she can, that this, right here, is good. Number 14, she brings you things. The toy dropped at your feet, the bottle cap carried clear across the house, the occasional, far less welcome gift from the garden. However odd it looks, a cat that brings you things is sharing, an echo of the way cats provision the family they're bonded to. Mother cats carry prey back to their kittens. The toy she drops at your feet runs on that same ancient wiring, only now it's pointed at you. She isn't only playing, she's including you in something, handing over a small piece of her world, and out of everyone she could have brought it to, she carried it to you. Number 15, out of everyone, she chooses you. This is the one all the others have been building toward. She'll follow you from room to room for no reason at all. She'll pass an empty lap to climb into yours. She'll sleep pressed against you when the whole quiet house was hers to choose from. A cat is bound to love no one. She bonds where she feels safest, and she has weighed every option in that home and landed again and again on you. That choice, remade every single day, is the sum of all 14 signs before it. It's the proof that the safe, easy, well-fed, unguarded life she's living has your name written all the way through it. So the next time someone calls her a lucky cat, let them. But you'll know better. None of this was luck. The open sleep, the calm bowl, the kneading paws, the choice to be near you, every one of them is something you built, one ordinary, reliable day at a time. She didn't win a good life in a lottery. You gave it to her. And if she does even half of these 15 things, you can stop quietly wondering whether you're a good cat parent. She's been answering that question for you all along, in 15 small ways, every day you didn't notice. There's one more thing she does that says it even louder, and it happens the moment you leave the room. That's the next one.